That's right, folks. It's the weekend. This is Hire It Done. My name, Adam Helfman. Joining me, the lovely Sarah Sells. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm awesome. Look at me. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not be
Pokemon.
awesome? I got Pokemon shirt on today. My son's birthday's today, 21
Happy
years old.
birthday.
Max is 21.
Happy birthday,
I got
Max.
Sarah Sells sitting across from me. What else could be better? Maybe like bacon in the studio.
Oh, bacon is, yeah.
At least the smell of bacon or something like that.
Yeah, that always makes a morning better for sure.
So it was raining out this morning.
It
It's not
was.
raining right now, though. Lucky
Bizarre.
us. That's all right. It's all good. So this is the Hire It Done radio show. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got Sarah Sells in the co-host seat, having a great weekend so far. Sarah, it was raining. Obviously on the way in. Were you coming all the way from like way out there? Where were you?
Oh my gosh. I love that you act like I live in the UP.
Well, it's close, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just right below the bridge, Adam. Yeah. No, it's like, what, 48 minutes?
Okay, so it's not that bad.
Right.
Especially at 4:35 in the morning, whatever time you leave your place. So you know what? It's Salt Sale Saturdays.
It is.
Let's talk about it really quick.
Okay.
So Salt Sale Saturdays, which is today, is at Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions in Brighton.
Yeah.
They're opening in Waterford. Or they're actually open in Waterford as well.
Are they?
Yep. Every Saturday you get Duracube regular at an unbelievably low $5.99 for a 40-pound bag.
Okay.
Duracube Red Out, which gets the rust out, for $6.99 a bag. And then if you want potassium chloride, that's $19.99 a bag. And you can get a 5-gallon bottle of water for $2.99 if you want filtered water, which is better than bottled water quality. I have it in my house, the water osmosis thing.
Right.
It's the best, literally. You had them do anything for you yet?
Not for me, but they have
Send them to homeowners?
Yeah, they have worked with a couple people that recently bought in the country.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Love that. So today also for everyone out there, it's Shout Out Saturday.
It is.
And if you want to give us a shout out, or you want to shout out, you want to, if you're a contractor, essential worker, or if you have a question that Google can't answer, text us 248-539-9797. We got a pretty packed show today. Clearly, the weather is starting to warm up. All that snow's melting, which means what, Sarah?
My roof is leaking.
Roof is leaking. So we have 2 leaks that come into a house when that happens. Roofs, usually, and basement waterproofing.
Yeah.
So those are your 2 situations where you got to have problems like that. So if anyone has a question this morning, text us 248-539-9797. We'll give you a shout out. We'll talk about that. So guess what? You want to talk good things, bad things? What do you want to talk about today?
Let's
Sarah?
talk about everything.
Everything, right?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go something in your wheelhouse right now, okay? So people are starting to get what I call yellow fever.
Okay.
You know what yellow fever is?
Stir crazy?
Correct.
Yeah.
In my religion, we call it spilkus. You know what spilkus is? Ants in your pants.
Okay.
And you get stir crazy. Same thing. It's all the same. So you're in your home.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, all right, are we coming out of this pandemic? Are we coming out to get out?
Yeah.
Like it's still like a nightmarish, but I can see light at the end of the tunnel.
Right.
But if you're sitting at home, you're either scratching your head and saying, all right, I got to fix up my upstairs. I got to make it a 4-bedroom, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I got to do this. I got to do that. Or you're like, you know what? I want to move. So, Sarah, in the show, we used to do like move or improve segments, right?
Yeah.
But I want to talk about signs it's time to move. And because you're an expert in real estate, I want your opinion on these things.
Okay.
And let's share this with our beautiful audience. So tell me if this is a sign it's time to move. You got a house, you're married and you got kids and pets, right?
Yeah.
So space is getting cramped, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 kids in one room. You got 3 kids, let's say, and it's a 3-bedroom house.
Yeah.
Master bedroom and 2 bedrooms. 2 of the kids are sharing. They're getting older. They're like 10, 11, 12,
Mm-hmm.
Do people start moving to a space when they call you because the house is getting cramped? Is that something you hear a lot?
Yeah, absolutely. I just had a couple call me last week. Hey, we had another kid. We're getting cramped. We got a couple dogs. We don't have a guest room anymore. We just need more square footage.
Okay, so that is is that a true statement? If
Yeah.
it's time to move, so
Yeah.
one of the signs of time to move, folks, is if your house is getting cramped.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good one. Now, what about if you have too big of a house, like wasted space?
Yeah. Downsizing all the time.
So the opposite is true as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So less is more. That's my theme, especially for 2021.
I agree.
So if less is more, then that's important. Here's what I think. In a house, Sarah, and you tell me,
Mm-hmm.
first floor master suite, is that like a super popular thing?
Absolutely.
Like you can't.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, really, all ages, people love that.
Right. I was going to say that's true. Now, what about dining rooms? Can we officially stake our claim that dining rooms are out?
No, we can't.
Oh
Because
my God, let's fight.
well, there's a certain percentage that are like, no, we don't need the dining room. And there are new construction, Adam, that I've actually seen built without dining rooms. You know, it's just one big living room, kitchen, and then you have a den. And people either love it or hate it. There's no in between.
All right, we're gonna fight and argue
Okay.
at the break because I want to tell you why I think dining rooms are out.
Okay.
This is Adam Helfman. We've got Sarah Sells. Shout out to Adam Wood listening. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we got a lot to talk about. Sarah and I are going to fight over what signs are there to move and is really a dining room necessary. She says yes, I say no. Let us know what you think. 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
Hey, when you've got a major home improvement project like a new roof and you need to hire a contractor, you may want to be sure that you're signing on with somebody you can trust who will do an excellent job at a fair price. But how can you feel confident about the contractor you hire? We've got a guy, Adam Helfman of HireItDone.com. He's coming along to explain how we can use a 10-point screening process to find the right contractor.
Roofing is the hottest home improvement project this year, and we get thousands of visitors every week to HireItDone.com that are requesting a new roof. And many homeowners always ask me, hey Adam, how do you find good roofers? Well, today we're going to share with you the criteria that are necessary for roofers to qualify for HireItDone.com. Let's go inside and take a look. We're at Rapid Roofing, and they're a pre-screened contractor for Hire It Done. We're going to show you the 10-point screening process that they had to pass in order to participate in Hire It Done. And what does that mean for you, the homeowner? You get the best roof and the best price. The first thing we look at in our screening process is contractor stability. And here's what that means. Valid license, insurance. We check for bankruptcies, we check for liens, judgments, and we do a credit review. With contractor stability comes experience, and that's our number 2 criteria. A contractor must be in business at least 3 years under the same name. And number 3, professional affiliations. Let me show you. All Hire It Done contractors are required to be certified by a shingle manufacturer. And as you can see, the employees here are all certified.
Every year our employees have to renew their certifications.
And our number 4 criteria is the Hire It Done Code of Ethics. And that says no high pressure sales. So that means you, the homeowner, can buy a roof when you're ready. So the next 2 criteria, number 5 and number 6, are professional references and homeowner references. Hire It Done calls both of them and verifies them for you. So we do all the homework. And number 7 is the on-site evaluation. Hire It Done actually comes out and visits an active job site. So the last 3 items are a written warranty, documented employee standards, and the ability to offer finance. And what we do is we assemble all this for you folks so that you end up getting a hassle-free home improvement.
With all that getting around, up on a roof, down in the building, we got Adam to show up here. He's got a very big giveaway to talk about in a minute, but first we've got a few questions. Good morning. It's good to see you, buddy.
Good morning to you, yeah.
All right, so we want to talk about this idea of what makes buying a roof from Hire It Done different than other contractors. You gave us a little hint on that.
Yeah, well, you know, here's the thing. Homeowners have 2 fears. They
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. The lovely Sarah Sells in studio this morning. Welcome back, Sarah.
Good morning.
Question. So we're talking about 7 signs it's to move. We can't get past sign number 2,
Okay.
where it's too much space in the house. And I'm saying dining rooms are out. Okay.
No.
And I'm going to tell you, first of all, if anyone agrees with me, please don't gang up on me again. I want to hear from the audience. 248-539-9797. Text us. Just say dining rooms yes or dining rooms no. Right,
Okay.
Sarah?
Yeah, that's
so here's
fine.
the thing. So I believe dining rooms are out. And here's why. How many times a year does a homeowner use a dining room? Let's just count them. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter, and then we're going to say Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, which is for the J-O-O, me. And we're going to do maybe Hanukkah and maybe Passover. So literally, out of 365 days, you got 7 days. Come on, get rid of that. So here's
Okay.
here's my solution,
All right.
and then you and I can fight. Ding, ding, ding,
Thank
ding.
you for that.
There you go. So
Thanks
here's the
for
thing.
that.
I like that.
That was good. That was
James.
good.
So here's my thing.
Okay.
I believe get rid of the dining room, blow the wall out between the kitchen and the dining room.
Mm-hmm.
Please, 248-539-9797, and tell me if you agree with me. Blow the wall out between the kitchen and the dining room. Make an
Yep.
expanded kitchen, less dining room, more eating area, more functional space,
Okay.
but no dining room. Sarah, what is your side of this coin?
So I hear you on all that, and I love all that. However, with how things have changed, with a lot of people working at home, a lot of people doing, virtual school, all of that, people are now needing that space, that quote unquote dining room table space, or that dining room to create extra space that is now for work or school, not just for the big dinners.
Well, then it's not a dining room. Because what does the word dining mean?
I understand, but people are utilizing the quote unquote dining room or dining room table for other things now.
Okay, other things. That's all they've ever been doing. If you right now figure this out, you go to someone's house, the dining room table is a mound of bills, it's a mound of paperwork, and it's where the kids do their homework. Nothing else.
I'm not disagreeing.
We're not
with-
doing
I'm not
Shabbos
disagreeing with that.
dinner. I'm not doing Shabbos dinner, Friday nights lighting candles, which I used to do. But what we're doing is dining room is out. O-U-T. 248-539-9797. Please, let's rename the dining room according to Adam Wood. Let's give a few shout outs. Gary Bolson, Men on the Move. You know he's the best mover in Michigan, right?
Is he?
Oh my God. Dude, you have to meet him. Gary, get a hold of me this week. We're having a socially distanced lunch. Gary's my food guy. I love him. Gary, we miss you. All right, let's say, Adam, it's time for another kick-ass show. I'm going to my daughter's soccer game. Nick, shout out. Let's hope the daughter kicks a goal. I want 3 goals from his
Yeah,
daughter.
is she
today.
outside in the rain? That's
That's
a
the
bummer.
best way. You know what? Today's Max Helfman's birthday.
Yep. Happy birthday, Matt.
Shout out to Maximilian Helfman. He's 21. I have a 21-year-old kid. How crazy is that, right? I'm wearing my Pokemon shirt.
You know what? I have never, ever, ever done any Pokemon. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, well, you got to catch them all. That's all I got to say. You're
Is there like
you're
cartoons or something?
Space Cadet. Here's the deal. Pokemon is a game.
Okay.
When fathers took their kids to baseball, lacrosse, hockey, and all that, I was the father who took my son to Pokemon. In fact, I was the Poke Daddy.
Wait, What do you mean? What it took him where?
We used to play Pokemon tournaments on Saturdays. So we'd drive to like the east side.
Sorry, I
I'd
don't
drive
even
to
know what you're
Grand
talking
Rapids.
about. I'm
We'd
like,
go to
what are you?
Indianapolis.
I'm like, you took him to a cartoon? Like, I don't even know what this means. I cannot be the only one that doesn't know about this stuff.
Paul, James,
Oh,
would you like
God,
to
here
chime
we
in
go.
and school her on Pokemon, please? Just let her know it's real. No, they're like,
Oh,
they're scared.
no.
Now. They're all scared. Whatever. Listen, you can all gang up on me. I can fight, and I'm tough, and I'm toxic, okay? So come on, bring it on. I'm all good with that. So, all right. So, Sarah,
Yes.
you think dining rooms are in or out?
So I agree.
Dining rooms are dining rooms. Kitchens, you cook food, you prepare stuff. So it's a name of a room. It's like a bedroom. You sleep in a bedroom. Dining rooms are for eating. So you want to rename it? You want to be like politically correct? Or you want to just say, all right, Adam, you're right and I'm wrong?
No, I'm not going to say that. Look, I don't think we should necessarily get rid of the space because I think it's being reutilized in a different way. But it's still the dining room.
Okay. You're wrong.
Okay.
It's all right. Dining rooms and family rooms are both out. Bigger kitchens and bigger living rooms. Yeah, see, that guy knows what he's talking about. 248-539-9797. If you have a question, give us a text. Probably off subject, but I'm contemplating purchasing a spray foam insulation. While it seems like a great product, it really is expensive. My house is about 1,600 feet, and they quoted me $9,000 for the job. Is it worth it? And is it a good price for that procedure? Well, Dennis, AP, that's Allen Park, I hope. Dennis, here's the deal. Spray foam, if installed properly on an existing home, will absolutely save you a ton of money on your energy bills, cooling and heating. However, first thing you want to do is make sure that you air seal your house. And Sarah, you just recently got a quote, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, so I don't know how big this guy's house is. 1,600 square foot. How big is yours?
25.
And so you really got a good deal. So I'm not sure without looking at Dennis's quote about the spray foam insulation. But Dennis, if you're listening, just call Dana Insulation. They'll come out and give you a quick quote. Or just go to hireitdone.com and then you'll get their number from there. We have them on the list. So wasted space we talked about. Now, what about when you're sitting at home and you're ready for an upgrade?
Okay.
What you may desire may not be more space, but an upgrade in quality and or location, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, all right, I'm moving up to the hills. Beverly Hills, that is. It's the Beverly Hillbillies.
I know. I was like waiting for like the song or like some kind of skit or something to come out of that. I was waiting for the producers to throw something in there. Okay. Back on track.
All right. So the question is, if you're ready for an upgrade, you might want more space, right?
Yeah.
You might want a better location. Can you afford it? That's the key, right? What about your finances?
Well, I mean, anything that you're going to do with the house, whether you're moving or you're renovating or you're doing additions, it's all going to depend on your budget.
Right. So what do you do then?
Well, right now it's better to buy than build because it's cheaper per square foot. So it's just going to depend on what location
Yep.
and what your budget is.
Okay. I'll buy that. But I'm literally thinking, yeah, maybe not. What about if you have a long commute to work?
Yeah, there's people that definitely want to move closer to where their job is. Absolutely.
That's the number one. Like, I don't want to drive 40 minutes from Ann Arbor to Commerce to Southfield.
You don't want to do my drive?
No.
No.
Meanwhile, I want to give a shout out to my new friend, Samantha. She's listening in the car. What up? And we're going to kick a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to give people questions to ask the contractor after you meet them. How about them apples, Sarah?
Okay. Let's do it.
We're going to take a quick break, folks. Keep it locked in there. My name's Adam Helfman and Sarah Sells
That's right.
on the Hire It Done Radio Network.
You know, it is the first week of summer, and that means air conditioning season,
Yes.
right?
But the last thing you want is for the cool air that the air conditioning creates inside to leak outside.
So we brought in the guy who's got all the solutions. How about proper insulation? It's not just for wintertime.
So our home improvement insider, Adam Helfman of HireItDone.com, shows why every home should have it.
Most people think about keeping your house warm in the wintertime by using insulation. Well, today we're going to talk about how to keep your house cool by using insulation. Here we have pink insulation. Most people think of this as the insulation that goes in your walls that keeps the heat from traveling outside. Well, guess what? When your air conditioning's on this time of year, this insulation also keeps the cool air in and the hot air out. Here's a 2x4 wall installation. Now, typically, if you don't have insulation in here, the cold air would run right out, even through the drywall. When you add insulation into a wall, you can stop the cold air from leaving, and you can save up to about a 20-degree difference by having insulation done in your walls properly. Many people don't even know if they have insulation in their walls or not. That's why you need to call a professional. Here's the new construction wall without the insulation. Now follow me over here. This wall has already had the insulation woven through the 2x4s, and this allows you to know that on the other side, if there's people talking, you're not going to hear them. You may have a house that is already finished. Well, guess what? There's plenty of places for you to add insulation to your existing home. First of all, basement remodeling. Many people are finishing their basements today, so you might want to put insulation in the walls or in the bond plate. That'll stop the heat loss in your basement, and it'll be for a more comfortable space. Another location is in your existing walls. Our professionals can drill a hole in the wall, pump the insulation all the way in the wall, and that'll stop the noise from coming through and save you energy. And the last thing and most popular thing for your house is blown-in insulation in your attic. That, done properly with proper ventilation, will save you a ton of money cooling your house as well as heating.
Really good advice as always. Adam Helfman is in the studio. How do you know if you're losing cool air out of your house?
So we typically think of insulation for the wintertime.
Right.
But, okay, in the wintertime, insulation's keeping the heat in the house.
Right.
So conversely, in the summertime, you want to keep the cool air in. So we have a little demonstration set up to you where we have this looks like the sun.
Okay.
Two types of insulation. The pink stuff that everyone's familiar with, and cellulose, which is the most modern and way more efficient. As you can see, it's 78 degrees on this one, and this is only 73.
Okay.
Wow.
So the other thing is when we have this, we have a fan built in here, and you can see this is air blowing up through here.
Through the insulation.
Right. So think of that cool air leaving your house.
Oh, wow.
So if you want to save energy in the summer, think about insulation, think about where you want to put it, and it keeps the cool air in, which then saves money.
So is it the density of this stuff falling all together? I mean, it's like putting sand, you know.
Right, it is the density as well.
Yeah.
And again, pink fiberglass, very popular and very efficient. However, this is so much more efficient, and this is recycled newspapers.
I was just going to ask you, it looks like recycled
very
material.
green. So
Yeah.
it wins both ways. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Adam.
So, you decided you're going to renovate, okay?
Yes, I did.
And
Again.
you've called contractors.
Yep.
You called 5 of them.
Yep.
3 of them didn't respond. 2 did. 1 showed up.
Sounds about right.
Right. That's the ratio. That's the problem today with contractors. Now, there's a lot of good contractors. Don't get me wrong. I'm not bagging on contractors. I'm the advocate for good contractors. I'm the advocate for homeowners to find good contractors. Here's the key, okay? You finally find a guy you like.
Yeah.
And by the way, for anyone out there who's thinking of doing renovations this year, you better act now. Like, I've been warning you. Like, I don't want to sound
They're
like
so backed up, Adam.
I don't want to sound like Chicken Little. I don't want to say the sky is falling. I don't want to say we got problems in Houston. But let me just say this.
you got to call your contractor and you got to be serious. And then you don't have to say yes now, but you need to make understanding that if you wait, you're going to wait. And that means to the fall or whatever it is, depending on the project. But so you finally met a few contractors, okay? So the question is, Sarah, after you've met them, what kind of questions do you need to ask to make sure that you're getting the right person? Because, listen, a home improvement project today is going to be expensive. Prices are outrageous. Inflation, here's what happened. Here's why prices are so expensive for everyone out there who want to know. Distribution got stopped, right? COVID stopped distribution. It stopped production. So everything got put on hold.
Yeah.
Then they said, okay, let's start building it back up again. Well, demand outweighed supply.
Yep.
Everyone went and bought stuff. Now there's a shortage. Supply and demand is when there's low supply and high demand, prices go up. That's economics.
Of course.
Take it from Professor Healthy.
Thank you, Adam.
So now you got prices going up. Now the factories are trying to produce and they're trying to keep up, but the employees aren't 100% back, so they're at a reduced production line. Then the shipping, right? I was talking to someone who's a management at West Elm. Okay. West Elm's a furniture store.
Yep.
Kind of cool.
Online.
They said that they have 35 container ships in the water floating that is waiting for unloading to get to distribute.
Crazy.
35. Okay. It takes a day to unload one. So I'm thinking to myself, how are you going to catch up eventually? That's the problem.
Yeah.
So for everyone out there, you got to be patient. And that's why the prices are going up right now, is because of distribution and labor. And that's going to be the big LABOR, 5-letter.
5.
That's the 5-letter word in 2021. How are you going to get your job done? Well, we need labor. So labor is going to be a huge shortage. So we're going to talk about that at another time. But so now you've had contractors show up, Sarah. Okay.
Yep.
So you're like, all right, I'm thinking of using this guy. What are some of the questions you asked them after you met them? So let me give you a few, okay? Now let's give a sample project. Sarah, give me a sample project you want in your house that has multiple things. A bathroom, a renovation.
Yeah, let's go with well, I'm doing the whole house renovation. So let's go with
Okay, so let's do a remodeling of the interior space.
Yeah.
Okay, so that includes demo, it includes electrical, plumbing, insulation, drywall, framing, all
Windows,
that.
all
Okay.
that. Yep.
So for you, you're hiring either a remodeling contractor, a general contractor, or something like that.
Yeah.
Is that safe to say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So if that's the case, then you should ask the contractor this question, okay? Mr. Contractor, do you use a scheduling program or do you have a schedule when you run my project? And you understand why I'm telling you that, Sarah? Do you want me to explain that?
I'm going to let you explain.
Okay. The key to a successful remodeling project, and this is for everyone out there listening, this is the nucleus, okay? The nucleus of this is communication.
Mm-hmm.
So if you know that communication is the key, then always check with your contractor about what days and times they plan on being on site, right?
Yeah.
While most contractors typically have a 5-day work week during daytime hours, some contractors will work in the evenings, some will work early, some will work weekends. You should ask that question. Hey, contractor, do you work weekends? Because some people want weekend work.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't. If you live in a condo, you live in a city that doesn't allow it, there's some real crazy restrictions out there. My point is, you got to ask about scheduling. Now, newer contractors, cutting edge, that doesn't make this a better contractor. Cutting edge contractors will use a scheduling program, kind of like Builder Trend. Have you heard of Builder Trend?
I've heard of it, but honestly, the contractors that I've used and the subcontractors have not gone by that. But I did ask them from the beginning.
Okay, so here's the thing. Builder Trend is an app that allows homeowners to look at the app and see the progression. It allows homeowners to get on the app and message the contractor through the app, which then creates a log. That's the key that people don't realize. It's also a great tool for management, for contractors who manage the job. However, it's important that you ask those questions. Now, the next question is, Sarah, after you met the contractor,
Okay.
will you be pulling all the available permits or the required permits?
This project, I am.
Are you pulling them yourself or are you having the contractor?
I'm pulling myself this project.
Okay, well, red flag. That's a problem here. That's a problem. Because here's why. You need the contractors to pull the permits. Now, if you're acting as your own general and you're just going to hire everyone,
Yep.
in your case, I would say almost I'd allow that because you've got backup,
Mm-hmm.
which is hire it done. However, your contractor is the one should be pulling the permits if he's licensed. Don't hire an unlicensed contractor, obviously.
Right. Well, mine's a little different situation.
Well, I understand that, but my point is permits are necessary,
Absolutely.
and you need to do that. So that's important to know, and this is something that you got to ask the contractor after you've met them, not after you've signed a contract, but just after you meet. So you're going to say these questions. They need to know this.
This is huge, and I'll tell you the reason why, because I've lived through however many renovations on different homes now, as you know. The first one, I didn't set up, the communication timeline, the deadlines, and I thought, okay, this is how it is. We're going to have it done by this date. We're going to, you're going to be working these hours, but it doesn't always work like that. Now, after doing a couple houses, now those questions are so important because it's so much less stress on you. If you know that they have X, Y, and Z going on during the day and they prefer to work, like you said, evening and weekends. I had a contractor that preferred to only work those hours because he was working on a different project during the day. So it was great because I didn't expect him to be there at 3 p.m, right?
Yeah.
Because all that communication was set up from the beginning. It was so much less stress this time around with finishing that house.
Okay,
for sure.
well, that's a good point. I'm glad you shared that with the audience.
Yeah.
248-539-9797. You have a question that Google can't answer. We're here to help you this morning. Also, if you're a contractor, essential worker, law enforcement, whatever that is,
Yeah.
text us. We'll give you a shout out. We'd love to say hi. In fact, we want to make sure that everybody gets taken care of. So here's the thing: questions to ask after you've met the contractor.
Yeah.
Now, how about parking? If you have a house with a driveway and the contractors are coming, would you prefer them park in the street, or do you don't care if they park in your driveway?
I'm more of, here, let me move my vehicles out of the way so you can park closer to the house, because that's less in and out. And
Okay. Let me tell you my opinion on that.
okay.
So for everyone out there and all the contractors who are listening, I grew up in the home improvement business. I'm a 4th generation contractor. So as a kid, my dad took me on the job sites. In high school, I worked on the crews. Went to college, got a degree in construction management, and then became a remodeler. And then now I'm on the radio. Okay, so that's my progression. Quick little history of Adam Helfman.
Yeah.
Besides being a star, Pokemon, Poke Daddy, and all that.
Oh, here we go with the poke.
But here's the deal, okay? And of course, David Perez even knows this. Communication is so important. But here's my situation.
With anything in life.
My dad always said, "Don't ever park in the driveway. Park on the street and walk up to the house." And I'm like, "What? I don't understand." Well, I'm running a job. One of the plumbers showed up to the job once, backed his truck up, opened the back thing, and started to unload. Now, for loading and unloading, I don't have a problem. But then he left his car there for a couple hours. Well, what happened? He left. The next day, the homeowner calls me, "Hey, Adam, I hate to bother you, but your plumber came and was doing the rough plumbing, and he left his car, his truck in the driveway." Now, we had a policy that all the trades had to leave. You could deliver, pull up to the driveway, deliver, and then move. You can't park in the homeowner's driveway.
Okay.
His plumbing van leaked oil on the driveway. So the homeowner's like, "Hey, man, I just had my driveway done a couple years ago. It's concrete. You got a big oil stains from your guy." I call my plumber. "Hey, look, your guy leaked oil." "That wasn't my guy." Right? So what do? I go over, check it out. "I'm really sorry." I go for 1,000 oil removal products.
Mm.
And back then, they didn't have what they have today.
Sure.
So I said to the homeowner, "Here's the deal. I'll clean it up. We'll put cat litter. We'll absorb it. We'll suck it out.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, right?"
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it was still stained. And I'm going to tell you what we did when we come back. We're going to take a quick break. So keep it locked in there, folks. We're going to talk about stained driveways, parking in the driveway. And if you're a contractor, I'd like to hear what you do. 248-539-9797. My name's Adam Huffman with Sarah Sells. We'll be right back.
right. So is anyone out there still rocking one of those old circular dial thermostat things? Or perhaps some even an older
Or you have to kick the furnace to go. I don't know, yeah. But, hey, listen, you just come on and you want to get everything going. You get your hand in front of the old wood burner to check the time of day. Maybe you're still on a sundial. Can gauge temperatures.
That way, who knows? We're just kidding. But modern thermostats can make a huge difference in comfort and, my favorite thing, savings.
Yeah.
Our home improvement insider, Adam Helfman of Hire It Done, shows us which of these high-tech gadgets is right for your lifestyle.
A programmable thermostat can help you rake in the savings, but guess what? There's a hitch. You've got to actually pick one that you're going to use. According to a study, 90% of homeowners who have a programmable thermostat don't ever use it or even know how to use it. Let's find the right thermostat for your house. There are several types of programmable thermostats, each with its own distinctive scheduling style. The first one I recommend is a 7-day programmable thermostat. It's best for individuals or families with erratic schedules. Since this is the most flexible option, it lets you program a different heating and cooling schedule for each day of the week. Another thermostat you should consider is the 511 programmable thermostat. It has one heating and cooling schedule for the week, plus you can schedule a different heating and cooling plan for Saturday and Sunday. If budget is an issue and you still want to save money, I recommend the 1-week programmable thermostat. This allows you to set one heating and cooling plan that will be repeated daily for the entire week. If you're ready to supercharge your savings, I recommend you get a Wi-Fi thermostat. It connects to the internet in your house and allows you to control the temperature of your home wherever you're at around the world. The latest and greatest Wi-Fi thermostats have what they call a smart away mode. It uses the GPS locator in your phone to detect when you come and go, adjusting the temperature accordingly to save energy and maximize comfort. Another feature in your Wi-Fi thermostat is what we call the feels like temperature. Similar to the feels like temperature in a weather report, it takes into account temperature and humidity to make your home feel exactly like you want it. Another great feature of the Wi-Fi thermostat is the Allergen Defender. It monitors the air quality and the pollen levels of your local zip code and automatically turns the fan on to clean your home's air when the outdoor levels are high. Here's a tip. When setting your thermostat back, the Department of Energy says that you can save about 3% for every degree you set your thermostat back over an 8-hour time period.
This is cool stuff. Adam Helfman is here from HireItDone.com. It's good to have you back.
Always, yeah.
I didn't know my thermostat would know where I am before Susan does.
I know.
That's great.
They're smart.
Yeah.
They're called the Internet of Things today.
Right.
Today's thermostats are connected. So it's all Wi-Fi.
That's beautiful.
Part of your phone.
All right, so where do we start? Because there are a number of choices, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this one right here. This is called the Nest Learning Thermostat. Okay, so it learns when you leave your house, when you come home, and it learns your lifestyle.
Okay.
This is from Verizon Wireless. You can get it there. And it's about $250, but it saves you money. The key, though, the key to this is programming it. Okay. It's like a modern-day VCR or VHS. Remember those? Yeah. You only use it to play or record.
Right.
Sure.
So you do have to take a little bit of time to set it up. But once you do, the savings roll right in.
Love it.
It makes sense.
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Great Saturday morning so far. So we were talking about questions to ask the contractor after you meet. And we talked about what kind of scheduler they use, whether it's Builder Trend or scheduling. Then we talked about pulling permits. We also talked about, is there enough parking? Don't park on the driveway. Those are important. Of course, if you live on a dirt road, according to Barbara, and you give permission to park on the driveway, everyone should know, though, that, listen, there's that potential. Please don't link any, whatchamacallit. Don't leak any oil on the driveway. Right. So, okay, so 248-539-9797. If you have a question for us this morning and want to shout out, let us know. We're talking about questions to ask your contractor after you've met. So what about this one, Sarah?
Yeah.
You ask the contractor, Mr. Contractor, how do I know my house will stay secure during the project. Is that a good one, you think?
Yeah, that's a really good one. Safety.
Yeah, well, security, listen, you're getting strange people into your house.
Yeah,
And literally there has to be a trust factor.
I agree.
There are homeowners who don't want to have people in the house alone. So they want to have the house have to be home when they're there. So that interrupts it. But good contractors, screen their people and they have good policies. But there's always that risk of something going on.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a risk of something. I've been accused of, I had a person tell me that they have a gold watch missing. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah, I was so mad. Like, literally, when you get accused of theft, it angers me. Like, I was boiling.
I know.
And I'm like, listen, dude, here's the deal. I said, if that's the case, make a police report right now.
Yeah.
I said, I'll have every one of my guys in the police station for questioning, lie detector, whatever you want. I'll put them on a walk. I don't care. And of course, if the homeowner doesn't run and make a police report right away, there's something shady going on, right?
Right.
Or they're like, something up. So this guy didn't do it. So I'm like, all right, well, what's the status? Because then he said, well, I lost my watch. Are you going to pay me back for it?
What?
I'm like, dude, no, make a police report.
Yeah.
And he refused to. Then all of a sudden, I asked him to describe it for me. And I'm just like, yeah, whatever, right? It's so funny. Like a week later, and he's like, oh, yeah, this, that, and the other, it's missing. I'm like, well, I'm waiting for you to make a police report. And he's like, well, I'm not paying you until we get this settled. A week later, on his social networking, he's wearing the watch. He's out with his buddies. It was a gold Rolex. And he's wearing it. And the date of the picture, and it's, you could totally clear. So I said to him, look, I'm about to place a lien on your house. And I didn't tell him I knew this. And I said, if you do this, it's fraud. He goes, what do you mean? I go, you're trying to reduce my bill by accusing me of something that's fraudulent if you really didn't lose your watch.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't lose it. I said, okay. So I sent him a notice of furnishings, which is the first thing you do when you're about to send a lien. And he freaked out. And then I said, all right, well, I'm going to make a police report then. And his wife called me and says, can we just settle this? Because he was being really like a bad guy. Mm. So I texted his wife a picture of the social media. And I said, listen, your husband's a straight up criminal. I said, and if I don't have a check by 5 p.m. today, I'm going public with all this. And I'm holding off till the check clears, obviously. I said, share this with your husband and let him know because
definitely
he's a dumb scumbag. And of course, she's freaking out, stuttering. And of course, we won. But, some people are crazy like that. That's the problem. I don't know why people are unethical, no integrity or whatever. It's just bad. So we already know how to be secure. Now, there are companies who will put cameras up. Homeowners put their own cameras up. In fact, I almost thought, I'm an inventor, right? I always, I think inventions are great, and I like to be an inventor.
Yeah.
I thought one time about putting a camera up that was a camera with Wi-Fi built in and everything, and that it was placed strategically in the project, and that the homeowner at work could log in
and then see
what's going on. But here's the thing, the login, let me just finish real quick. The login was so that we knew the homeowner was watching, right? And we said to the homeowner, look, this is for you to see while you're at work to check on the workers.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Make sure the cats, dogs, and the kids aren't running around in the drywall mud or whatever. But I thought about it. I never followed through, but I thought it would be kind of cool. What do you think?
No, I think that's a great idea.
Yeah. You were going to say,
I was going to say that could be just an add-on, right?
Yeah. Okay. Now, here's another thing. When a contractor comes to your house, do you think this is a good question? Do you need to know where all the utility shutoffs are?
Oh, for sure. Now,
a good contractor will know that, but you never know, right?
Yeah.
Now, what about notifying the neighbors? Is there going to be a disturbance to the neighborhood?
I guess that's common courtesy that you tell your neighbors, hey, guess what? I'm adding a 500 square foot addition. There's going to be people in and out here.
Okay, so let me give you the advanced contractor, PhD level way to do that.
Okay.
Because I used to do this, and it was literally a business maker.
Okay.
So let's just say we're at your house, Sarah sells, and we're doing a master bedroom addition, bathroom, and a kitchen. Okay?
Yeah.
I would send a postcard as the contractor to everyone on the street behind, the street ahead, right? Whatever the area was. And I would send a postcard that says, pardon our dust. Hi, my name's Adam Helfman. We're with Fairway Construction, and we're remodeling your neighbor's home. and wanted to let you know that you'll see some transformations coming up. However, if there's any debris or anything in the neighborhood that you're not happy about, give us a call. We'll take care of it right away. But we just want to let you know that we're going to be improving your neighborhood. And if you want a free estimate for anything in your house, we'd love to help you out. We're in the neighborhood. Prices are better now. And you know what? We would generate business off of that. Now, if you're a neighbor, Sarah, and you got a postcard that says, hey, we're remodeling your neighbor's house. Now, we would never give specifics, as the nosy neighbor wants to know. How much money are they spending?
And what are you doing?
Right. And we'd get calls. Hey, you're doing my neighbor's house. What kind of work are you doing? Like, people would be nosy. But what are your thoughts, Sarah, on that type of...
So I can trump that.
Oh, boy. Here we go. One up me. Let's see it. Bring it.
When I bought the Victorian, obviously it's a huge undertaking. It was not in good condition when we purchased it. I had custom cookies made that looked like the Victorian, had the address, and sent a letter with, introducing myself. This is what we're going to be doing with the Victorian. Pardon our dust. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, or just want to introduce yourself, here's my business card. Feel free to call me.
Okay. That's a pretty good way to do it. And I'm impressed by that.
And everyone loved the cookies. And they looked so good, too.
Right. Well, there you go. That's awesome. I like that.
So I won?
No, you didn't.
I
but
did.
It's a very good...
Producers agree. I won.
Whatever. You can all gang up. Yeah, there you have it. See that? Barbara Norton says realtors mail sold postcards. Yeah, that's smart. So yeah, so for us as a contractor, it doesn't cost a lot of money
Barbara.
to send out 50 postcards to 50 neighbors, like 50 addresses, 110, whatever. Like if you're a roofer, and we're going to have a roofer on next hour to talk about ice damming and stuff, but if you're a roofer, it's the same thing. Why not, send a postcard, say, hey, we're putting a new roof on your neighbor's house. If you need a free estimate and we're in the neighborhood, we can save you money right now. Call us.
Yeah.
Bam. And they can come out, and while the roof's getting done here, we can jump to your house and boom, 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 boom. I think it's great. Now, what if you have pets, Sarah? So
Lock them up.
well, here's the thing. This is a question you asked.
Sitter.
How do you handle pets, Mr. Contractor, right? What's about the safety of your pet? There's a lot of things that need to happen for that, right? So pets are part of the family as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
You don't have a pet, do you?
Yeah, I've got 2 little dogs.
Oh, well, there you have it. I didn't know you had dogs.
Yeah, 2 little ones.
You never talk about them.
I have a little Min Pin, who's fawn colored. She looks like a little tiny deer, and I have a little Manchester Terrier.
Okay. Well, in that case, we got to keep the pets safe, right?
Yeah.
So pets are part of the family. That's the thing. So dogs get out of the gates if they're left open, right? So you got to have dogs get. Cats may escape through anything.
Ugh,
Remind me to tell you
worst.
that I drywalled a cat once into the wall.
Adam.
We didn't die though. We saved it. But I'll tell you that story another time.
I had a cat situation a week ago at a showing.
Yep.
The thing came flying down from the rafters in the garage. And there's in big, bold letters on the showing instructions, do not let the cat outside. Guess what? Not only did it come flying down, like almost on top of me to attack me, but outside, chasing it around the neighborhood like crazy. Crazy. It came back. Thank God.
Okay, well, there you go.
Awful, though.
Well, I don't
Panic
know.
mode.
No, it could be panic mode. So then here's the number one question, okay? Communication during the project.
That's key, period.
Well, you got to ask
With
them,
anything in life, though.
how do you communicate effectively during the project? There's a lot of ways. If a contractor won't give you a cell phone, don't hire him. I'm going to tell you that right now. And by the way, texting is like a normal accepted practice. So we're going to take a quick break, my friends. I want you to keep it locked in here because we're going to be talking about basement waterproofing, roofing, all kinds of stuff. Design trends. I got a lot of
Let's do it.
remodeling old houses, signs your house is failing, and we got to take a break. Men on the Move. Local company, rock solid 10-star company, literally.
Thank you.
And good guy. I can attest to that, right, Gary?
You can.
MichiganMovers.com is the website. So you're saying moving in the wintertime is a little slower. So you got to give a discount, right? A little bit of a deal?
Yeah, we offer a couple different things going on right now. Like we can offer you $25 off your travel time, $50 worth of free boxes. Or one of the things that we started a couple winters ago was a 3-man special rate where you get the third guy for a discounted price. And not only is that beneficial to the customer, it's also beneficial to the men because, it's going in outside in the elements in the wintertime in Michigan can be very hard. And then you're coming in a house and the customer has the heat on 90. Then you're going outside and it's -5. So the third man is also going to get that job done quicker, which is going to keep the men fresh and keep them out of the elements as well. So it's a win-win for everybody.
What do you think, Jim, the third man? Are you going to be the third man?
I'm not going to be the third man. I told him I was moving, and I'm already signing up with him. I'm not doing it. Ain't happening.
What about girls to pack all the stuff? I got that company that I just met.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. Listen,
I
think
can tell
you
you,
should turnkey the whole thing.
I can tell you just from meeting Gary just now, he's a stand-up guy and extremely conscientious. And I've been in the business long enough to get a good feel for somebody. And like I say, he's going to be the guy that I'm going to be calling when I move.
Thank you, Jim.
I appreciate you doing that and saying that. It means a lot. He's the only moving company that qualifies, that actually works with Hire It Done. So congratulations there. We have multiple of every contractor, but you're the only one.
Thank you. It was tough. It was like a 100-page essay that I had to do to be approved.
Yeah.
Hire It Done does an awesome job in their screening process, and I'm proud that I am part of it.
Yeah, I appreciate you. You're
because
a good
I like
guy.
using your guy. I mean, I use your guys.
Yeah, no, that's the part. It's a camaraderie.
Everybody.
That's the thing about Hire It Done. I'm a boutique lead generation contractor referral company. What does that mean? I'll give you an example. I'm not Angie's List. I'm not Home Advisor. I'm a hybrid of both. I'm a third-party endorsement, right?
Yes.
I happen to have been that guy who grew up in the home improvement business. I'm a fourth-generation contractor. I'm a savant when it comes to home improvement. I have some unique knowledge that's just really weird, right? I've done a lot of work. So I'm here to translate all that experience into a language that a homeowner understands. So whether it's hiring a moving company to make it as stress-free and anxiety-free as possible, or picking the right kitchen contractor or design-build contractor and making sure that not only are they getting the right guy because it's a match, but the right payment schedule, right? The right solution stuff, so that at the end of the job, when there's problems, and every job has problems, it's how everyone worked out, how it all got solved, and the homeowner's like, yeah, you know what? It's exactly as Adam expected. There was going to be headaches, but they solved them.
I assure my clients I come to you with solutions, not problems.
Yeah.
Which is great because not only are you helping out the consumer and finding them a company, you're also helping out small business owners like myself that, go out there and we bust our butts every day to do a good job for customers. So, the consumer should not only appreciate Hire It Done, but I know small businesses like myself do as well.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate, and that's again, I'm for small business. I'm for medium-sized family-owned businesses that want to grow their business and want to continually satisfy homeowners. And I always ask the number one source of their business. I ask them, where do you get most of your business from? If they don't quickly, in a blink of an eye, say to me referrals, it's all referral. Then I'm like, ooh, because Yellow Pages or Google or Home Advisor. Really? It's your number one source? I want the number one source to be a referral. Then, as I want to grow my business, I want to be able to be the guy that refers to you on the tail end of the referral, right? So homeowners say to me, hey, Adam, I got to move into my new house or I got to move out of my house. I'm like, oh, well, good. Not only are you going to use this contractor, but you're going to use Men on the Move. Because Men on the Move is going to move you to the storage. And then when you're ready to move back, proper plan, they're going to move you out of the storage.
Right.
Simple, right?
And that's the thing about small businesses. I mean, one of our number one thing is internet, where people find out about us. But our second and third is either family or friends or used us before. I mean, as far as generating, reoccurring business, when you go out there and do a good job for people, that's how your business snowballs and you get those customers back.
How long in advance should someone plan to move? I mean, if they're moving in May, do they call you in April, or you think it's you need time, right?
Yeah, in the off months, like which would be like November to March. I mean, normally you can call in 2 or 3 days notice. We can get you moved, no problem.
In 2 to 3 days, that's it.
Yeah.
On Monday, I need a guy. Friday, you're ready.
In those months, yes. I mean, when you're talking, May through August, you're going to want to give, 2 weeks at least, 2 week minimum.
Have you ever had a homeowner? This is terrible. I'm going to say it anyways.
Nice.
Have you ever had a homeowner call you up and say, "She threw me out," and then as you're coming up to move the guy out, there's like schmutz and clothes all over the front porch? Or
we've had police involved moves before. I'll put it that way.
So you had okay. So they escorted the police were there to monitor.
We've had.
He can't take this. No, you want that?
I don't think there's a situation that you could, again, 28 years of experience over here. I don't think there's a situation you could throw at me that we haven't dealt with somewheres down the road.
So let me ask you a question. Have you ever found anything crazy when I move?
Yes.
Safe for radio?
Illegal drugs?
Okay. Well, in our podcast, I found a big bag of cocaine in a project once. But, I didn't know if it was. I did just wink, thinking it was. But you found drugs before?
We have.
You move it for the homeowner? What do you do?
We pointed it out to the homeowner. We did not move it.
You're like, "Hey, man, this is something that we can't touch." And the homeowner's like, "Oh, I don't know what that is. It ain't mine, but..."
Oh, it ain't mine, but it's my friend. I was holding it for my friends.
Yeah, I could believe that. The guy's like, "Hey, this will make you move a little faster."
Right.
You ever found a paper bag of hundreds or anything?
Yep.
Oh, you have?
Actually, underneath the dresser one time, $10,000 cash.
Now, do you have a clause in the contract that any cash found you split with the homeowner, or is it just
we get it all?
No, it's not finders keepers.
It's not, is it?
And sometimes you always wonder if somebody's just doing something like that just to test you too. So it's always good to be honest and.
Oh my God! Of course. I mean, that's the whole point. Mrs. Jones, surprise! Your move just got paid for. We found 10,000 cash under the drawer. Meanwhile, you really found 25. But you're like, "Here's 10." Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Wait a minute. Oh, oops.
That must be another one of your customers. It's not me, your clients.
We found a safe under a staircase in Detroit once in a renovation.
Nice.
Yeah, we broke through it. We were trending on Reddit, by the way, because we were posting all the daily saw cutting pictures.
Right.
There was nothing in it. Very upsetting to me, but it happens. So, Gary, MichiganMovers.com, you guys are pretty quick. Anybody in your office you want to shout out to, say hi to?
I actually have a friend of mine that's with Level 1 Bank, Kevin Brzezinski. He's listening at the bank this morning with his people. So I want to give a shout out to him and all the veterans. As a Army vet myself, I want to wish them all happy Veterans Day coming up Monday.
Yeah, I'll shout out to all the veterans. Thank them for the service. It's really nice. Gary, you're a good guy. I appreciate it. I'm glad we're doing business.
Me too.
Men on the Move. The number's 734-744-9547. You're out of Livonia. MichiganMovers.com. If anyone's thinking of moving, you know somebody.
Serving all of Southeast Michigan.
And the United States. Right?
Yeah.
You want to move to L.A., you go. Florida, you're there. Cleveland.
Especially this time of year. Florida, send us to Florida.
Yeah, nice.
Right? Shout out to Kevin Brzezinski, by the way. It's a good one. All right, well, listen, I appreciate you coming in, man. I want to have you again. Jim, when you move, you're gonna have.
Oh, I will, guaranteed.
And right. Day after we move Jim, he had nothing else to do. We'll bring him back on, and we'll talk about his experience.
There you go.
For another hour, my friends. Jim Segi Renovations. Thanks for coming in. Gary Balson, Men on the Move, rock star. That's what I gotta say. We have to eat, you and I. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I'm very grateful for my listeners. HireItDone.com is where you go when you want to find great guys like these. My name's Adam Helfman, and I'll see you next week. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Hard Time. My name's Adam Helpman. We got Sarah Sells in the co-pilot seat today. Welcome, Sarah.
Welcome back.
That's right. We just finished an awesome hour of Hire It Done. We got another one on the way. We were talking about questions to ask your contractor after you meet. Mm-hmm. And the last one was, how do you ensure the safety of your pet, right?
Yeah.
And then communication during the project.
Yeah.
So those are two big ones. Communication to me is the number one part of successful renovations, no matter whether it's one-day trade or a trade situation where it's multiple trades.
Yeah, I mean, with any relationship that you're doing, whether it's selling your house, or remodeling your house, it doesn't matter. You have to have trust in whoever you have in your house.
Right, and that's the key. So the last thing is, how about, like, let me ask a couple more. What about protecting, like, landscaping?
From what?
Lighting, sprinkle. Well, let's say you're putting siding on the house, or you're putting a roof on the house.
Oh, okay.
I mean, contractors don't have a magic carpet. They don't levitate and just float around your house. No.
Like Aladdin?
No, exactly.
A Whole New World? Oh, I love that song.
So here's the reason why I'm saying that. Okay, for everyone out there, it's important to understand this. Okay, if you're doing siding, windows, roofing, gutters,
Yeah.
and you have landscaping around your house, as a homeowner, you need to talk to the contractor and say, listen, I have landscaping. I want you to protect it. It's very simple to say it. The contractor is going to respond and he's going to say to you, oh, yeah, we're going to protect everything. Then my advice to the homeowners is put it in writing. Contractor will do his best to protect my landscaping. Now, you literally need to make sure that's said that way, because if you don't, then you're going to have a problem. Now, what could you have a problem on roofing? They're tearing the roof off. They're throwing it in the dumpster. Sometimes the asphalt can hit the siding. Sometimes it gets in the bushes. Sometimes it gets in the plants. In fact, we have a Greg Tittle from Tittle Brothers calling in at 8:30. We're going to ask him, Sarah. You ask him. Remember this question. How do you protect homeowners' landscaping when you're doing a roof?
Okay.
Ask him the question. Now, if you're a siding company, whatever, you have to set up scaffolding. You have to set up ladders. It's very easy to protect the homeowner's landscaping, but it's also important that the contractor be diligent and protect it.
Yeah.
I've had homeowners say, the guys walked over my brand new petunias.
Right.
Or I had landscape
true.
lighting.
I get
They
that.
broke my landscape lighting. That's a problem.
No, you're right.
Thus the reason why it has to be done and put it in writing. Okay? So that's another question, protecting landscaping. And then the last big question is, after you've met the contract, and Sarah, this is a big one. When do you tell the contractor your budget?
Well, you and I went back and forth on this one.
Right?
You said at the end. I say in the beginning.
Okay. So here's the best way to handle this situation. We've talked about it in the past, Sarah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to remind people because we got a lot of feedback and people need to know this. Okay. So when you meet with a contractor and you've talked to them, the contractor is going to ask you your budget.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the most question, the response most contractors get from a homeowner is, well, I don't know. You tell me. So how do you handle it professionally? What's the right way to handle that? Do you remember our conversation we had about that? We'll role play in a second.
Yeah.
Okay? So you're the homeowner and I'm the contractor.
Yeah.
Okay. So Sarah, I'm going to ask you a couple questions as the contractor.
Sure.
Okay. So Mrs. Sells, Mrs. Sarah, here's the thing. You're thinking of doing this kitchen.
Yeah.
And it sounds pretty cool. Can you tell me what kind of budget you're thinking?
$35,000.
Okay. Most homeowners don't give a budget. Most homeowners are like, well, I don't know. I'd rather you tell me, because here's the fear homeowners have. They're afraid that if the kitchen's only going to cost 20 and you say 35, as a contractor, I'm going to figure out a way to spend 35.
Yeah.
Is that legit?
Sure. I mean, there's so many different ways to, make assumptions, right? It's all about how it's delivered and perceived, I'm sure.
Yeah. Understood. But here's the important part of this, okay? Mm-hmm. You want to spend as little amount of money for the best project possible.
Yeah.
I want to give you the best project possible and still make a profit. I'm not in business to rip off homeowners. I'm in business for a profit. Hire It Done's in business for a profit. Homeowners need to understand that. So here's how this situation is going to go. Okay, Sarah? So your answer to me when I ask you, hey, Sarah, do you have a budget for your project? Your answer should be, and this is for everyone listening to the contractor. Your answer should be this.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
Oh, my God, Sarah. That was Siri.
You're saying Sarah, so Siri picked up. Whoops.
That's crazy. Anyways, here's the thing. I'm going to say, okay, Sarah, so what's your budget? Your response to me is, well, Mr. Contractor, that's why I brought you over, because you're the expert. You got to tell me what it should cost.
Yeah.
So this is where that poker game comes. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, Sarah, you're right. I'm sorry, I'm the pro. So let's literally break down your kitchen so I can give you a range. Okay. So Sarah, we're gonna demolition your kitchen. We're gonna take the floors out. We're gonna go right to the studs. Is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. We're gonna put back insulation, drywall. We got a new kitchen window over the sink, and then we're gonna do new flooring, new nice white shaker cabinets. You want granite? You want quartz? One of those, or you want laminate?
Let's do quartz.
Okay. So you're gonna get quartz tops. Now, Sarah, do you want to buy your own appliances and we'll install them?
Yes.
Okay.
That sounds great.
So, dishwasher, microwave, cooktop, refrigerator. Okay, all that, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to install all that. Okay. Do you want lighting? New lights?
Definitely.
Okay. Do you want under cabinet lighting?
Sure.
Okay. So based on what you've told me, Sarah, your kitchen should land in the price between. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, I want everybody to keep it locked in so I can give you the range of the kitchen, and then we'll go from there. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network, and Sarah Sells is sitting here waiting for the answer. We'll be right back.
Yeah. Well, the deep freeze this week not only takes a toll on people, it can take a toll on your pipes.
Yeah,
right?
broken water pipes are not only a hassle, it's the repair and then the expense and the cleanup. Home Improvement Insider Adam Helfman of Hire It Done has simple steps that you can take now to avoid a mess later on.
Plumbing problems happen at the most inconvenient times. Today, we're going to learn about how to avoid plumbing disasters inside and outside your home. Let's start with this outside hose spigot. What we have here is a leaking outside hose bib, and today we've got Big John's Plumbing. He's going to install a frost-free spigot. This spigot prevents it from freezing and prevents the pipes from bursting. Here's a tip. If you have a regular hose bib or even a frost-free hose bib, add one of these insulated faucet covers for added insulation. Now that we're inside the house, let's start in the basement and take a look at this water heater. Over time, corrosion and sediment builds up inside the water tank. What I recommend you do is have a professional drain it once a year. Here's a simple task. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, go out and buy some insulating pipe wrap. Install this around all the exposed water lines inside your home. We're on the main level right now in a bathroom. If you have a house that has bathroom plumbing on an exterior wall, what I recommend you do is open up your cabinet doors and allow the warm air from the house to migrate into the cabinet. What that will do is prevent the plumbing from freezing. If you're planning a vacation or maybe just a quick weekend getaway, I recommend that you take any faucet that's on an exterior wall of your house and turn it to a slow drip. That way the water will never freeze. About the width of a pencil is how much water should be coming out of the faucet.
Adam Helfman of Hire It Done is here. More valuable ways to protect our pipes this winter. Thanks for being here, Adam.
Yeah, good to see you as always. You've got a lot of interesting stuff. One of them kind of high-tech, and then like the pipe wrap stuff we can do.
Yeah, so let's start over here.
Yeah.
So this is a frost-free hose bib. As you can tell, it looks like, sits on the outside of your house. However, the valve is all the way over here. So when it's in your house, The shutoff is inside.
Gotcha.
Allows so the pipe won't freeze.
Right.
Interesting.
Very easy installation for a professional
Yeah.
Okay.
to do like that. So everybody wants to do pipe wrap, okay? So this is just this is easy, do it yourself, get it at a local hardware store, and just slide it on the pipes. And I brought today, in the past, a lot of homeowners go and get a plumber to do work for them, and he uses this red and blue pipe, and everyone's used to copper.
Right.
Well, this is the replacement for that.
Okay.
It's
Why?
called PEX, P-E-X. Well, it's a lot less expensive, but it's more durable.
Okay.
This can expand 10 times its own size.
Really? What is this
Before
made
it
out of?
freezes. It's
PEX?
a carbonate. Well, PEX is the
Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. By the way, today is Shout Out Saturday, 248-539-9797. If you want a question that Google can't answer,
Yep.
you can ask Sarah and I. You can text us, 248-539-9797. Dan and Livonia here, giving your hoodie. I want to know, have you caught them all, and which one is your favorite? Okay, so we're talking about Pokemon and Pikachu. I'm a Pikachu guy, just so you know. Good morning, Adam. Any new contractor therapy podcast yet this year? Great show, Dan and Austin. Yeah, you know what, Dan? We're going to be relaunching it with Sarah. Her and I are going to be doing the podcast.
Yep.
So that's coming up. Dining rooms and family rooms are both out. Bigger kitchens and bigger living rooms. Yeah, of course we knew that. All right. Text me if you have a question this morning. If you can't get one from Google, 248-539-9797. Sarah and I are talking about the price, budget, giving a budget to a contractor. And we were role-playing. And she's the homeowner, I'm the contractor. So I said to Sarah, hey, Sarah, do you have a budget for your kitchen?
Well, you said we're not going to tell the contractor the budget, and we're going to go a different way.
Well, right. Here's the thing. If you're going to hire a pro, okay, the respect level has to be mutual.
Definitely.
So what I mean by that is you don't have to tell the contractor your budget. However, you have to be honest with him. You can't lie. So when he comes through this process, and we're in the middle of this process right now, I'm going to rehab it really quick. Then you have to be answered and honest with him. So here's the thing. So we described the kitchen. Granite, white shaker tops, gutting it, new flooring, new ceiling, new lights, new electrical, new plumbing. You're supplying appliances. We're putting them in. And then I say to you, Sarah, do you have a budget?
Yeah.
And you said...
This is my range.
No. You say no. You're the pro.
Yeah.
You're the pro, Adam. Please tell me what it should cost.
Okay.
So as a smart contractor, here's the deal. Okay, let's get right to it. I'm going to say, okay, Sarah, I'm glad you gave me this description. And then I'm going to make this exciting for you. I'm going to go, oh my God, you have such great taste. That's going to be an awesome kitchen. Can you envision the white cabinets and a really cool book matched quartz top and this and that, right?
Right.
And I'm going to create excitement for you. And then I'm going to say, okay, so Sarah, in my experience as a professional, the kitchen you described is going to run anywhere between $35,000 and $50,000. Okay?
Okay.
Now, as a contractor, the $35,000 number is to me the number that I know for sure I can do the job for. And the reason why I say that is because in my experience as an expert in the home improvement business, homeowners remember the lowest number always. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with that being said, Sarah, thanks for giving me the description of your kitchen. I'm excited to make your kitchen so beautiful. In fact, this is going to be one for my pitch book. I really want to take pictures of it. So based on my experience, Sarah, your kitchen really should run around $35,000 to $50,000. And then I'm going to be silent. And I'm going to stare at you and I'm going to look you right in the eye. And then the next person to speak loses. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to say 35 to 50. What's your answer?
My answer would be, well, I need to think about what's really important to me.
Okay, that answer most homeowners will give. A lot will. Okay, so here's the thing. Now's the time for the homeowner to be honest with the contractor. So then I'm going to say, okay, so well, Sarah, now that I give you the range, Does that fall within what you thought your kitchen was going to run?
And then now I'm going to say, no way. I was thinking 22 grand tops.
Okay. See there? So now I didn't waste a lot of time getting that out of you, but it was an honest number because I know as a contractor I can do the job for $35,000. So now you're at $22,000. So okay, so I'll be like, okay, well $22,000 is way below what you want. So Sarah, there's a couple things we can do. We can make the kitchen smaller. We can do less things and try to get to your budget. However, based on the quality that you want and the company that I represent and the quality I give, I don't know if that kitchen budget is going to work for you.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Well, it's just something that I'm going to have to think about and see what I can make work.
Okay. So what's our next step, Sarah?
You're going to go home. I'm going to bake cookies and we'll figure it out.
What kind of cookies?
You know, I'm a weirdo. I don't like chocolate chips at all.
Really?
Yeah, no.
Today's your last show.
Okay. No.
Will you eat chocolate chip cookies now?
No.
What?
If you forced me to, I would, but no chocolate chips. I'm not a chocolate person.
It's over. Folks,
So
it's
let's
over.
go. So snickerdoodles, oatmeal raisin,
Okay.
something like that.
Shout out to Ross from Left Side AV, by the way. Okay, so Sarah, we have a problem now.
Yeah. So obviously, I would assume that this is a normal conversation that happens every single time.
Not every single time. A lot of homeowners say, "Hey, you did my friend's kitchen. I need the kitchen. I want a kitchen better than hers." Okay,
Right.
well, let's do it. Blah blah blah. There's a lot of ways to get a kitchen done, but I'm saying it's important for you as a homeowner to be honest with the contractor. At the same time, the contractor has to give a homeowner a real budget. I'm working with a contractor right now, Motor City Construction. Matt Hatz. The guy's a complete rock star. Seriously. Follows through. He's got a project coordinator, manager, whatever you want to call her. Her name's Shayna. Together, they're like the dynamic duo. Literally, they just rock it out. Okay?
That's awesome.
So I'm talking to him about this exact thing. And he agreed with me wholeheartedly. He's like, Adam, that's a really great way to do it. A lot of times you can do it on the phone with a homeowner. But my point is, it goes both ways. It's a mutual, agreeable conversation.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a legit budget, and you're going to tell me yes or no. Is that
And then
too
we go
hard,
from
Sarah?
there.
Right.
Yeah.
So now that you are 22 and I'm at 35. So Sarah, I'd love to go back to my office and sharpen my pencil to help you out, but I got to be honest with you. I've done thousands of kitchens. Unless you change your budget, I don't think I can come meet you. That's too wide of a range.
Mm-hmm.
So what should we do there? Maybe you should do more research, or are you going to try and find someone to do it for $22,000 and then pay twice?
Yeah, I mean, both A and B. I'm a researcher, as you know, so I already researched before I even get to that point. But, I imagine both those scenarios are going to happen.
Well, yes, that's correct. So the question is now, at the end of the meeting, okay, Sarah, well, I want to thank you for your time today. Basically, that's what I can do for you. Do you want to think about it? Do you want to get back to me, or just put it on hold?
Yeah, definitely think about it and get back to you, and we'll go from there.
Okay, so let me ask you this, Sarah. As a contractor, and I appreciate your time today, typically when a homeowner says they want to think about it,
Yeah.
I usually say, I usually ask permission. Hey, is a week enough time for you to think about it? Because if it is, do I have your permission to call you?
I like that.
So yes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so think about it for a week, and if I don't hear from you in a week, I'll call you, okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Text me, 248-539-9797. You got a question Google can't answer? Today's Maximilian Helfman's 21st birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Max.
birthday, Max. Pokemon Saturday. We'll be right back.
Fun. So Today's market makeover madness is going to go into a whole new level, as in the basement. So for many homeowners, the basement is a place that kind of gets neglected.
Yeah, you may just use it for storage or just go down there when you're doing laundry, but home improvement insider Adam Helfman of Hire It Done shows us the right way to make your basement a lot more than just a big storage closet.
Homeowners are addicted to home improvement. There's not a room in the house that they don't want to remodel. But today, we're going to focus on the basement. Let's go turn a basement into a lower level. Follow me. Most homeowners' basements are not used to their full potential. Let's take a look at a typical basement. Here's what we have. It's got storage areas, mechanical, but it's basically unfinished. And if you want to go from this to something more like this, you need to follow these steps. When planning your basement remodeling project, it's important to find the right contractor to check your current conditions of your basement so that you'll have a smooth project. A good contractor, like Finish Basements Plus, is going to come to your house and fill out a basement inspection report. And the first item they look for is the existing bond insulation. This area is where your first floor sits on the basement wall. It's usually around grade level. Second item on the checklist is inspecting the condition of all the windows in the basement. Here we have an egress window. It's code to put one of these in. Let's take a look at how this works. In case of an emergency, you can escape out the window to safety. As we go down the list, the next thing we do is check the walls. We're checking for any wall cracks, any rod hole leaks, or any signs of water. Now that your basement's been inspected, it's time to get to the fun stuff, the design. When designing your basement, you need to prioritize the use of space. Some of the most popular basement finishing projects are a new kids' play area, a bar for entertaining, and a home theater. Lastly, because your basement finishing project is below grade, it's susceptible to high moisture conditions. That's why it's very crucial to pick the right materials for your project. And after that, it comes down to your budget, your style, and your creativity.
If anybody can do it, it's our Adam Helfman of Hire It Done, and he is here like you are every Thursday. So you mentioned the importance of choosing the right materials because of how damp basements can be. So let's talk about that.
You know, and the home improvement business has evolved. Okay, so the basement's really the last frontier.
Yeah.
And so at Hire It Done, we're happy and lucky that we have really good contractors that use cutting-edge materials. And this is proprietary to one of our contractors.
This stuff right here?
Yeah, it's Finish Basements Plus. And so like this product right here is a structural panel, okay? It's waterproof, mold-proof, mildew, resistant to any kind of bacteria growth. It has the 2x4s built into it. It gives you structure. It gives you high insulating value. And there's little holes in it to put. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman with the lovely Sarah Sells in studio.
Well, thank you for that introduction.
Well, would you rather me say something else?
No.
Probably not, right? A shout out to Erica and Samantha who are listening in the car on the way to their testing, whatever they're going to. Shout out to Ross at Left Side AV. Shout out to Scott, the Coca-Cola driver. He wants to know about the driveway oil. We never finished that segment.
Oh, yeah, that's a problem. You know, another thing I was going to piggyback off of the driveway is there's the whole issue of if they're parked in the driveway and you need to get out and then you can. And, you know,
Well, like I said, all contractors should park on the street.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion. But they can pull up on the driveway, they can unload, but then park on the street. Another thing is no smoking on the property. That's another one. That's a big one. Okay. Here's a question that someone had this morning. As a contractor, and you agree and sign a contract to redo a kitchen for, let's say, $50,000, and the homeowner only pays you $40,000 and is happy with the job, but can't come up with the rest of the money to pay you, what do you do to get your money? Thanks.
That's a great question.
Well, first of all, it is a great question. And by the way, that's happened to me. Yes.
Awful.
So first thing I said to the homeowner is, Mr. Homeowner, it's an unfortunate situation, but it doesn't say Bank of Adam Helfman.
Right.
It doesn't say Adam Helfman Savings and Loan. So we're going to have to figure out a way to make you pay for this.
Yeah.
Now, you're going to have to involve attorneys, and you're going to have they're going to have to pay for the attorneys. But I can offline we can definitely talk about that. But let's talk about something more important.
Okay.
The snow's melting, and we've got ice damming issues, and we've got problems on roofs.
Mm-hmm.
People have been coming to Hire Done in droves trying to get their roof done.
I know I have a big hole, Adam. It's leaking down the 3 stories.
Okay, well, joining us live on the Hire Done radio show is Hire Done's longest standing contractor since 2005.
Wow.
Greg Tittle from Tittle Brothers. You there?
Hey, good morning.
Thanks for calling in, Greg. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
I'd love to have you in studio. As you know, the new world we live in is a little bit restrictive right now. But hopefully in 30 days, we're going to open up, and we're going to open it up good.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand it's better safe than sorry, but we're it's the new norm now. You know, we're getting used to going to homes with the mask on, the distancing, and, you know, we're okay with it. It's just part of what we do. You know, you just...
Well, let me just say this. I talk to every contractor we do business with, and I want to give you a high five because you're one of a handful of contractors who actually lead the way in pivoting, adjusting, or making some sort of change to accommodate homeowners in these crazy times. So high five to Greg Tittle and Tittle Brothers Construction for doing that, because you totally are leading that. Now, Greg, did you know that we're celebrating our 16th year together?
Wow.
Is that right? Wow. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I remember it seemed like yesterday. We've had a lot of fun over the years. It's been a great ride, and hopefully it continues to flourish and grow. And
well, here's the thing. You've now grown to 3 different locations. When I first met you, remember we were in Downriver? I was sitting in like a little storage room with you. I'll never forget it.
Yeah. Now it's crazy. You know, now that you say that, you're right. It's we started off there on Southfield in Lincoln Park in a small showroom, and now we're in the process now of opening up a 13,000 square foot showroom right in Brownstown and Sibley and Allen, and we're really proud of it, really excited. It's a state of the art facility. It's really gonna, you know, just separate us from everybody.
And I'm hoping to get an invitation there when you're ready to, because I'd like to see it.
Oh, for sure.
So, Greg, let me ask you a question. You're one of the leading roofers in Metro Detroit. You're certified. You're Owens Corning Platinum. You guys have done bazillion roofs. This last 10 days, walk us through. We had snow, then it warmed up, it rained. It's raining today. The snow melts. Ice damming is going everywhere. How's Tittle Brothers handling it?
Well, that's a great question. Thank you for that opportunity to address this, because you know it's scary and it's you know, it's very stressful on the homeowner. And you know, the thing is when you go out and put a roof on, you know, it's not anymore. It's not just installing shingles. And as you know, for the last 15 years on your show, that's what I've been talking about is, you know, you have to address more than just the shingles. It's the proper intake, the proper exhaust, and the proper installation. And then it's the ventilation as far as the pipes, you know, your bathroom vents, your exhaust vents. You know, you could take all these measures, do proper intake, proper exhaust, proper insulation, and then dump your bathroom vents right into your attic, heating that attic up. So what I tell all my customers is that, you know, yeah, you put shingles on. All the contractor's doing when it comes to roof replacement is tearing the shingles off and putting new shingles on. That's it. Mm-hmm. That doesn't change the dynamics of your roof at all. it's still shingles on, shingles off. What happens with ice damming is when you have, it's just like a glass of ice water in the summertime. If you take that glass of ice water and you set it on your picnic table and it sweats and condensates and the water's running off it, it's the same theory in your attic. If you have a foot of snow or 6 inches of snow on your roof and it's just sitting there, that acts as that glass of ice water. Then the heat dumping into your attic acts as the sun. So what it does is it condensates, it sweats.
Mm-hmm.
So at night when it's cold out, the sun's not out.
Okay.
That sweats, it condensates, and it draws, that water runs to the lowest point, which is right at your wall, the exterior wall, freezes, and then when the sun comes out, it melts that ice cube. And it's it's inside your house, inside your attic.
Well, that's a
So,
pretty good.
no matter-
That's a really good analogy. So let me just ask really quick, Greg, because clearly you're one of the leaders in this. Every roof is a risk for ice damming, even if it's a brand new one. Correct?
Of course, yes, and it's exactly it. Because somebody takes your old shingles off and puts your new shingles on, does not mean it's going to correct your ice damming situation, because it's just shingles on, shingles off. It really, and again, a lot of times we'll get calls and people will say, "Hey, you guys just put my roof on and now it's leaking." Well, it's not leaking, man. We put it on back in July. We've had 30 rains since then. It didn't leak. What's going on right now is ice damming.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do the proper intake and proper exhaust and proper insulation. A lot of times, and even you do the proper intake, proper exhaust, but if you don't put that insulation in, that heat is just rising right to your attic, and it's just condensating. It's sweating. It's hitting that ice-cold roof deck. It's sweating. So you have to make sure that the wet, old insulation, one, comes out, and then you have to put new insulation in with proper baffles so you can blow all this insulation in and then choke the roof out. So there's it used to be just, pre-1997, we never even really seen ice dams until really the winter of 97. And
Remember?
Unfortunately, I was right in the middle of it, so we had to learn real quick. We didn't know. Nobody knew what was going on.
Well, I don't want to say anything, Greg, but I knew. Anyway, here's the thing. We're talking with Greg Tittle from Tittle Brothers. The number is 866-ROOF-112. TittleBrothers.com is the website. He's one of the few Owens Corning Platinum roofers. What is your outlook, Greg, for 2021?
Well, we do know a fact is the shingles have went up. So I've been saying this on your show for a good number of years, and here we are. So homeowners that didn't get their roof, don't be shocked with the new shingle prices. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great shingle year. All the indicators say that it's going to be a good year for shingle replacement. We are geared up. We're beefed up. We have 10 roofing crews ready to go to work. We have siding crews, masonry crews. We've brought on additional project managers. We're really excited about this year. I think there's a lot of pent-up demand. A lot of people have just been, kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with last year with all the craziness. And a lot of people put their projects off because they weren't sure what's going to happen with with work. And I think now that kind of the dust is settling, and people are ready to go. So my advice to the homeowner, now shingles are still on allocation. So my best advice is if you want to get that roof done, call us today. We have financing options. We have, everything that you would need to take. We take the worry right out of your hand. If you have one of the largest shingle manufacturers in the United States put in their seal of approval on Tittle Brothers, they did their homework for you. Adam Helfman did your homework for you.
Well, that's great advice.
Right,
Greg, I want to take a break because I want to keep you on because I want to talk about how to get a great roof. Sarah's got a question because she's got a 4-layer tear off.
Yeah.
And we got things we got to talk about. So keep it locked in there.
Okay.
Folks, you got a roofing question, text us 248-539-9797. We'll be right back.
That was a little snidely whiplashy there. That's for me, just for me. All right, so we're in the midst of the coldest weekend of the season. It's coming. Reinforcements are on the way, and that can put your furnace to the test.
So if your furnace runs into trouble, how do you know if it just needs a repair or it should be completely replaced?
Yeah, our home improvement insider Adam Helfman is back, and he's here with Hire It Done and has some great tips to help us all decide.
When winter rolls around, there's nothing more important than your heating system. If you're in the market for a new furnace, then it's important to explore all the options available to you. First things first, you got to ask yourself, repair or replace? Let me tell you what I think. Increased energy efficiency isn't always a good reason to replace a furnace that is still in good working order. I generally recommend replacing your old furnace if any of the following apply. It's more than 15 to 20 years old. It has a pilot light rather than an electronic or hot surface ignition. It does not have vent dampers or a draft fan, or it's an old coal-burning furnace that's been converted to gas or oil. If you're still not sure, take the age of your furnace and multiply it by the cost of the repair. If that total is more than a new furnace, then you should absolutely get a new furnace. This is a high-efficiency furnace. This furnace will heat a 3,500 square foot home. 10 years ago, the same furnace would be twice as big. Let's take a look at the technology inside so that we can see how things have improved. The better high-efficiency furnaces use sealed combustion. What that means is it takes fresh air for the combustion from the outside, not the inside of your home. Another component of a high-efficiency furnace is the variable capacity gas valve. It adjusts the capacity output in as small as 1% increments for the ultimate in precision comfort. Another component of a high-efficiency furnace is a variable speed blower. They vary the speed of your blower as it distributes air through your home. This means the air being distributed through your home can be a more consistent temperature and the unit will operate quietly. Now that you've got all this information about picking a new furnace, the number one most important aspect that you need to know as a homeowner is who's going to install it. Because the best furnace, if it's not installed properly, is worthless. So that's why it's so important to find the right contractor to install your furnace.
All right, and Adam Helfman of Hire It Done is here to help you find the right contractor today.
Yeah,
you always have such good information. Geez.
You know what? I try.
You try.
No, you do a good job.
You're doing it.
So what did you bring with you today? Because this stuff looks familiar in some ways.
Of course. Well, okay, so you know it's really cold. We're going to have the coldest weekend. So obviously we bought a brand new air conditioner. We're not going to be needing that this weekend.
No.
Okay.
But we have a brand new furnace and a damper system for a furnace. But let's talk about the furnace really quick. This is a 98% efficient furnace.
That's crazy.
Wow. So, yeah, so if you have every dollar of gas you're going to be putting into your house for heating it, 98 cents goes to heating it. So
that's pretty
furnace,
amazing.
Yeah, 80% is the average furnace. So technology has come a long way.
And that's some of the math you were talking about in the piece, right? So if you've got an old furnace, part of the efficiency equation to help you pay for this is to determine how much gas is going someplace else. Your money is flying out the window.
Well, think about it. If you have an 80% furnace and you upgrade to a 98%, okay, that's 18% difference. That's immediately saving some dollars. It goes right off your bill in the heating season.
Very good.
So that's really good. Again, the key individual point here is you can get the best furnace, but if it's not installed... Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We've got Sarah Sells across from me on the co-host seat.
Good morning.
And we've got Greg Tittle from Tittle Brothers on the line.
Yep.
Good morning.
Thank you, Greg. Thanks for coming back on. So, Greg, we got a couple people texted in, 248-539-9797. If someone has a roofing question, you want to text. So this is a big one, Greg.
Sure.
If you put solar on your roof, does it void the warranty if you have a new roof put on?
Well, that's a great question. No, it does not. And when the solar first came out, that was a big thing that I was really curious about because, it's trapping the heat and all that other good stuff. But what I do recommend is having your contractor, if you have a extended warranty like we offer the lifetime warranty through Owens Corning, 50-year labor and material. But what I do recommend is call your roofing contractor that installed your roof and have them come out and do a one-time over. It's just, you got to realize they're solar professionals. They're not roofing professionals. So have them come out and check, make sure that, everything's penetrated the roof properly, it's sealed properly, just so you don't they don't cause any problems to you.
Okay, that's a good point. Because, listen, you're starting to see a lot of solar being advertised. And what I'm noticing is if you have a roof that's not, let's just say solar, you're spending 20, 30 grand on solar. And your roof is old. Let's say your roof's 15 years old. It doesn't make sense to spend all that money on solar on an older roof. So you need a new roof with the solar. Am I right?
Correct. Yes. And so that's we're getting a lot of calls because the solar companies will not replace the roof; they will just do the panels. So if you're going to spend 20, 30,000, whatever it is, you definitely want to get that roof replaced first, and then have the panels installed.
Okay, so that's important. I didn't realize that. Have you ever considered doing solar, Greg? Have you looked into that?
I have looked into it, but what I've learned over my 30 years of in the business is just stick with what you know, and so I'm pretty comfortable with just sticking with roofing and siding and that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, it's interesting, and it's huge demand. Obviously, it's on you see the commercials every day on TV.
Yeah, of course. So that's what I was saying. So Sarah, you had a question for Greg.
Right. So I have a old Victorian that I'm starting, and the roof obviously is one of the biggest projects. It has a really high pitch, and it's a 4-layer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
So you're going to get a lot of contractors who are going to look at it and just drive off. So keep driving.
Yep. I've had that for sure.
Yep.
So Greg, is it more money obviously when you charge for each layer, or what do you think?
Yeah.
Yes. So this is the thing, now with technology and no touch, no meat, a lot of people just want to quote over the phone or over the internet, and it's impossible. For this particular reason, you have to see the house. Mm-hmm. We have to drive there. We have to see the pits, the landscape, the decks, what's involved in the project. You just can't magically throw a number on a house. So this is a prime example. Yes, it is more money. The harder, the steeper the pitch, it slows the guys down. If you have a 412, which is a very low pitch roof, it's easier. I mean, it's just, I always tell everybody, imagine if you're doing it.
Right.
Could you do this quick? Or could you do the one across the street that's just basically up and over and real low pitch? And so it's more money. The more layers, more money, because there's more trash, more dumpsters that's involved. And then in yours, chances are, if it's an old Victoria, it's got the original cedar shape.
It does.
The wood shingles.
Yep.
So now you're getting into the plywood. So we're tearing off 4 layers. You would be shocked the amount of waste that comes off that roof. The shingles, you probably have about 3 to 4 foot of debris around the perimeter of your house from all the materials that come off your house. So we ended up, then after it's all stripped off, there's the split in between the wood for the cedar shake.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have to resheet it with 7/16 OSB. Mind you, this is another topic. OSB went from $9 last year to $31 a sheet. So you're going to see a huge increase in OSB today.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. All lumber went up almost like 3, 4, 5 times. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We've been putting together that. So, Greg, let me ask you a question. We were earlier in the show, Sarah and I were talking about protecting the outside of the house when you're getting contractors to do work.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How does Tittle Brothers protect when they're stripping a 4-layer roof and there's siding, there's landscaping? I've been on 100 of your jobs, but let's tell for the audience what you guys do.
So what we do is we put tarps. The prep work is so critically important. I mean, you see these guys that just show up and just start tearing everything off and just trash the house.
Right.
We know that we have to make sure we prep around the property. So we're plywooding off your AC units. We're moving, knickknacks, picnic tables, chairs, dining, the outside dining areas. Mm-hmm. And so we put plywood. We use tarps. We do everything humanly possible to protect your property. Now, in a 4-layer tear-off, anybody that tells you that you're not going to have something break or, a tree branch get busted is lying to you.
Of course.
We have to be realistic, right?
Yeah.
So all it takes is a few stray shingles to go sideways and bust the Japanese maple. But everybody in our crew, we all know this is the thing. 9 times out of 10, the homeowner doesn't really know if we did a good roof install. We can stand back. We do know when we do the best roofing install in the industry because we're certified and we know that Owens Corning checks us and all that good stuff. But we do know that 99% of people don't know if we did a good job on the roof, but they do know if we did a bad prep and a bad cleanup.
Yeah.
So we pride ourselves on doing the best cleanup in the industry.
So that's important, and we appreciate that, Greg. So
I need to have Greg come out.
how far out you right now? If
Yeah.
someone calls and wants to get a roof, can you get out there quick, or is it what's slowing you down? Is it production? Is it labor, or is it material?
No, right now we chewed up last year's backlog, so we're fresh, we're ready to go. But that's what I forgot to lead into when we left off is materials are on allocation. So I'm urging everybody. This is not a sales pitch. It's not a sales call or anything like that. If you want to get your roof, I would highly recommend calling us now. Let's get yourself, even if you don't have the money, even if you want to do it in like April or May, whatever, we can book you now and do it then. But get yourself on the books so we can get your shingles ordered and set to the side. We've never seen anything like this in my 30 years of doing this. Siding, 12 to 13 weeks out on getting just the material, not our schedule. So siding, roofing, anything that you're going to get done, it's not like business as before. I highly encourage everybody to, if you're going to, preferably Tittle Brothers, but if it's not, whoever it is, sign with them. Tell them, all right, yeah, I'll sign with you today. Lock in your price, because once you lock in your price, you're good. If the prices continue to go up, which I truly believe they will because everything's on allocation, then you have your price locked in, and then you're already you're guaranteed your material. So highly recommend to call us now, get your roof scheduled. Even if you want to do in June or July, no big deal.
Greg, let me ask you this. Are you doing roofing jobs right now, or how far out? Okay.
Yes, right now, yesterday was what, 50 degrees?
Right.
Beautiful.
All right, well, I'll call you after the show so we can set something up for this week, Greg.
Okay, Greg, give everyone, as we wrap this up, because we're already out of town, give everyone the number to call.
It's 866-ROOF-112 or 734-225-2525. It's a free estimate. We have financing to meet everybody's payment needs, 0%, low payment, 10-year low payment.
You're a deal. Here's what it is. You're a deal maker. We already know that. All right, Greg, listen. Greg from Tittle Brothers, Happy New Year to you, Greg. Look forward to seeing you this week.
Thanks, Greg.
Talk to you soon. Thanks for calling in, my friend.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So, Sarah, Greg, he'll come out, take care of you.
Yeah.
No problem. It says, does Greg's company also do insulation? Can he recommend a company? Yes, Greg also does insulation. Part of doing a roof properly is insulation as well. 0 down, a couple hundred down. He has all kinds of financing programs. You can do 0 down, no problem. So that was good information, Sarah. What are your thoughts?
I'm definitely going to call him. I mean, as you know, I have a roof leak right now.
Yeah.
And weather permitting, I would like to get it taken care of ASAP.
Well, that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's important. So if anyone wants a good contractor like Tittle Brothers, just go to hireitdone.com, click on the contractor segment. We'll totally hook it up. Sarah, he's a good contractor. We have, here's the thing. All my roofers, all my contractors are people that I would let in my home without even being there.
They've been great.
I just love them. So, literally good stuff.
For sure. Really good information.
So for next week, just so we're on the same page, I want everyone to know that we're going to be doing trends for 2021. The must-have home improvements coming up next week. You good with that?
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in today, Sarah.
Thanks for having me. Have a great week, everybody.
And I want to thank everyone for tuning in. My name's Adam Helfman with Sarah Sells. This is Hire It Done. Go to hireitdone.com. We'll help you however we can. Have an awesome Saturday morning. Bye-bye.
Bye.